Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're already a subscriber. My name is Olnuzola, and I'm a visual artist, tarot reader, and holistic healer. Um, if you're interested in these subjects, and if you're located in the Netherlands, feel free to subscribe to my channel and follow what I do. I have a lot of things that I want to share with you. I have so many things that I want to share that sometimes I don't know where to start. And today's video is about yeah, the goodies that I purchased or I received as gifts in this first trimester of this year. I haven't done a video like this before, but I sometimes enjoy it on other people's channels, and I think that I noticed that it is a popular topic for video content. I have a lot of quite more stuff than I expected. I will go through it with you. So I have books, new and um, well, second hands. I'll explain that later. I have two oracle decks and another special deck. I have some oils and some incense. Where shall I start? I'll start with the books because I bought one or two books, and the other books are books that I got from my mom that used to be in her collection for years, even before I was born in '87, and they're all about um, natural healing and spiritual practices, I guess you could say. And I really like to share these with you because I spoke about this before. The way I was brought up, the household that I was brought up, really shaped me. Um, my father was a musician, and my mother was a visual artist, as well as my brother. And our living room looked like this. So there was a big piano in the living room. Mind you, we didn't really live in a big house. Um, but there was a big piano. I think at the back there was a smaller piano. There was a painter's easel for my mother, and loads of books and music records. And I already received throughout the years sometimes books from my mom. I really love secondhand books in general. I love to go to flea markets and find treasures there. So I'll just show them to you. This one is in Dutch. Boom en struiken in bos en veld. So it's about trees and bushes. In the Netherlands or in Europe, yeah, in whole Europe. And it basically gives you information about where they live and how they look and their different stages from seed to blossom and stuff like that. Um, I won't stick too long with every subject. Just make it a quick fun video for you to watch some nice stuff. And this is also in Dutch, medicinal plants. I already have a bunch of books about these. This one is quite basic, but I'm sure I will find more information, new information in this book um, than what I already have. Then this one is really cool as well. It's also in Dutch. Moon Phases, a guide on inner development. So I was brought up in a household where these books lay around. So it's not that crazy that I do what I do right now. So it speaks about the cycles of the moon, zodiac sign. I'll continue. This one is really cool. What is yoga? Now, some of you that follow me on Instagram, same name, Olnuzola, already might know this. Oh, there's the camera. Last year I followed a yoga teacher training, and I graduated. I got my certificate, and this is a book. I really like this cover. It gives. It's funny because I already read some in it, and it's. Let me see what year. Oh, yes, you see my mom, old name. She got this book in 1980, so it was 7 years before I was born. And the book is from 1978. And what I like about this book is that even though it was already back in 78, the author speaks about the fact that the Western world sees yoga very physically, as a very physical exercise. And although this has changed, it still kind of is. If you talk about yoga with people that don't do yoga, everybody knows that it's about the asanas or the physical, the postures. But most of the people, yeah, they do know that it's spiritual, but they have no idea what it all contains, and that it is so much more than just the physical postures. And I found it, interesting that this book starts to speak about that. I think books that are written today might start the same way, but it speaks about different types of yoga, and you see, it's very metaphysically, and also holistic and eclectic. This is one of my favorites. This one, it looks a bit dirty. It says gezond en wel, so healthy and well. It's funny because I kind of remember this book when I was a kid, like, ooh, naked woman, and they kind of look like my parents because my mom always has very long blonde hair. And I haven't really checked it out yet, but it's basically about relearning or remembering the capacity that you have yourself to heal. Self-healing. Another yoga book for children. Very nice at adding to my collection when I'm gonna teach yoga and when I'll have kids. Just a fun addition, I would say. This one is a bit newer, although already vintage. It looks a bit 90s. It's from, so it says energetic protection, and it's about being drained as an empath. There's a danger for us to feel drained a lot and to vibrate along and vibrate with energies that aren't uplifting. And this book speaks about that. Even though I knew I had this book, because I think I got these books last January or February, because my mom moved, so she had to get rid of a lot of stuff, and even though I knew I had this book, I kind of forgot about it, and I'm glad that by doing this video I remind myself that I have it. And what I remember from when I looked at it, it speaks a lot about visualizations with roses and keeping your own energy, doing energy work. Yeah, it's basically all about energy work. Here, how do you know if you give out energy? Um, Blossom remedies, the small heavenly circle of life meditation, collect energy in the navel area. So it speaks about, yeah, it gives all types of exercises. Another favorite. And then in Greek mythology, I already have a couple of books about mythology. I'm not. The Greek mythology isn't my favorite. Yeah, yeah. No, I do like Greek. I don't really like Roman. That's the difference. Yeah. I feel like. No, I don't feel like. I think I say it correctly that the Romans destroyed a lot of religions, not per se the Greek. The Greek, too. I feel like the Greek were more authentic. Minerals and crystals. You see, again, I grew up around these books. This is a very, I don't think it's really about the healing properties, but more like scientific information about the crystals. So it's, because of that, it's not a book that I would buy myself, but I love my library. Okay, the next book is a book that I bought myself. And I am so happy I did it. I saw this on another tarot channel, and I forgot which channel it is. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, holy shit, this seems like the book that I've been waiting for. I have a couple of books about numerology, but I have to turn it off. Okay, it's going off. I have an eggplant in the oven and a pepper. I have quite some books about numerology, some purchased, some given, but they're all about the soul, your soul number or your life path number. So personal numerology and what it says of what your numbers say about you as a person. But I want to know the symbology of the number, not per se how it, what it says about a person. I do find it interesting, but it wasn't deep enough for me. I want to incorporate this knowledge with my tarot knowledge. It goes hand in hand, of course. And this book covers most of it. It's again very eclectic and holistic, and very inspirational. And if you're into numerology, I highly recommend this book. I really highly recommend this book. Yeah, I've been looking for it for years, and I finally have this one. So if you're watching and you're thinking, hey, that was my video, that made, because I commented on the person's video as well, like, oh my god, I just purchased this book right away after I watched your video. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very cool cover as well. Then I have some rose water. I use this is pure rose water. I use this, I keep looking at the home button instead of the camera, I'm sorry. I use this to clean my face, and also sometimes to clean like small cuts or wounds or irritated skin, or when my eyes are very tired. It's very soft. Then I'll go to my oils, and then to my oracle decks, and then to the incenses. Another book that I almost forgot is the myths of the asanas, and this is a very nice addition to, yeah, my yogic path, my development, my yoga journey. And I thought this was a nice book to buy, to learn about, well, yeah, it speaks for itself about the myths of the asanas. So to go beyond the posture itself, it's interesting for myself, but also something that I can, share with my students when I'll start giving classes. I was thinking about maybe doing videos on my YouTube channel, doing yoga classes on my YouTube channel. Let me know if you're interested in me doing that. I'm a bit hesitant about that, mostly because of the equipment that I have and the space that I have. I'm not sure if I'm able to do. Maybe I'll do meditations. I'll think about it still, but it's something that lives in my head as well. What did I say? Now, I bought a couple of basic oils from the same brand, Yari. So I have almond oil, jojoba oil, avocado oil. I've already been using this, as you can see. And jasmine. This is the only one that is scented. The other ones are 100% natural, and lavender oil. Now, I've been using oils for many years now, and I really like this brand. I bought these online, and I know this brand from Amsterdam Bijlmer. I buy them in the shopper hall. They're pure and they're soft. I use the almond oil the most. I use these as base oils when I do my oil blends with essential oils. And I want to make, this is another plan that I have for a long time. I have been making my oil blends with essential oils, which I use as anointments, to tap on my body. Depending on how strong I made it, I might just tap on my third eye, or on my throat chakra, or on my wrists, or on my belly, on the chakras basically, or on joints, for healing properties, or just as perfume, or a combination of it, or to add to massage oil, or to use in rituals. And I've been giving them away sometimes to people. So the idea is that I want to make a bunch of them and then put them on my website to sell them. But I have so many ideas, and sometimes with that I make it hard for myself, because I do so many things, but I want to finish projects. Oh yeah, here are a couple of essential oils. They're not very special. I bought lavender. I also put that on our pillows. My boyfriend reminded me of that. That was very nice. I also put it in food baths. I have geranium. This one was a new one that I tried. Very sweet, very nice. Peppermints. I also use that for my nail, and for oil blends, and oregano. I also burn them with water, so it evaporates to enhance a certain mood that I want in my house. I have a lot of these. I have this is from Gezond en Wel winkel. Hey, it's funny, that's the name of the book. It's So if you're in the Netherlands, Gezond en Wel sells these. I have a lot of their home brand. It's 100% pure. Well, not all of, maybe these are all 100% pure. I also have other brands, but I haven't been moving a lot outside of my city. So yeah, Then a little fun thing. This. Um, so I can't remember. Oh yeah, I do remember what it was, but it's not relevant. Um, so I helped out my boyfriend helping out a colleague, and he came back, and the colleague was so thankful for the help that he gave us this, and I love it. I think I'm gonna use it tonight when my niece comes over for dinner. What is it? It's a gold-plated playing card deck. What? How cool is? I keep looking at it. How cool is this? It's super pretty. It's it's so cool. And I didn't really, I do have a playing cards deck also given. It's a nice one. It's Egyptian with Egyptian Nefertiti backs, but it was a souvenir and the quality is very low. So this is really a badass playing card set. Not very spiritual, but I figured since we're all into cards, cool thing to show. Then two oracle decks that I want to share. I already shared this one. It's the fairy oracle, and I love it so much. It's so beautiful. But when I purchased this and I got this, and I also shared this in that other video, there was no book and no little white book, so I had no idea what the cards said. Well, that sounds a bit weird. I wanted to dive deeper, right? I can read them intuitively, but I wanted to learn, and I had the feeling that the cards contained a lot of information, so I went and bought the original set, because this isn't the original, and it came with the book, and indeed the book is full of information, very nice written, and you can use it to just go to a card when you pull a card, or just read the whole thing and go on an adventure. It's very, yeah, it's quite fantasy, intuitive, symbolic, good book. And the funny thing about this whole thing with the double purchase is that, so now I have the original deck, but I prefer the smaller cards from the quote-unquote fake deck. So I have the big cards in here. Well, I guess I don't need to show the whole. And I'll show you the difference. So I have small hands. I'll show you the difference. You see? So these ones here, I can easily handle. These ones, it's not a big problem. I mean, I have the Marielle original, the first edition Marielle Tarot. It's huge. But, yeah. Now I have two. To use the images on altars, the bigger version, of course, is better. Look at this. It's so magical. It's so magical. And the styles are different, so you have like 6 or 7 categories of fae and pixies, and this is the most beautiful fairy deck that I could find online. The most magical. There went a lot of attention in this deck. Let me show you a couple of. So you also have this energetic category. I'm sorry. And I tend to pull these out a lot. these energetic. I've done like maybe 6 readings with it, and 7 of them or 6 were with these energetic ones. You also have these ones. There's a lot to see, and these ones are nice to use your intuition on. But you know, some cards, this is another same. It's more earthy, more human-like. Very cool. The fairy godmother. Oh, that's gnome. Funny names. Last one. Beautiful. So now I have 2 versions. This is the first deck that I bought a second version of, but it was really because I just really needed the book, and yeah. So I used the book of the original set, and I used the cards, the small cards. Yeah, that's that. Then the second oracle deck that I bought is the Yogic pack. I got how do you say it in English? Like a credit card. It's not a credit card for an online shop from my mom when I got my theory exams, graduated from my yoga theory exams, and I might do a separate review of this. If you would like to see it, let me know, because I have some things to say about this deck, and otherwise this video is becoming too long. Or shall I say it's no, I'll share it in a minute. It's I think my most modern deck. And maybe I'll do some more research, do some more work with it before I do a review. Fuck it, I'll do it now. I'm a bit disappointed about the book, because it doesn't really go deep in it, and I wanted this deck to deepen my yoga knowledge, and I can't with this deck. This card is very beautiful, by the way. And there was a card that confused me a bit. It was, I think it was a dosha. Oh yeah, it was this one, the kapha dosha. And it speaks about grounded into Earth's energy and carried subtle calmness. I love the way this card looks, but if you don't know nothing about the doshas, kapha is water as well. I know it's combined with water and earth, but how can you not mention the water element? And it's not as if they did. So the pitta is the fiery and the vata is the airy, so they don't mention the element of water. And this was one of the first cards that I pulled with this deck, and I was like, this is so disappointing, because I feel like you see the quality of this whole product is beautiful. It looks gorgeous. It has this golden effect, and a box in a box with a wrapper, and everything is pretty and modern, but the information is super superficial. And I don't mind it that much, because I have enough books that I can go deep with, and I can just use the deck as a one-day pull, or as adding to a reading for a person. But I was hoping that it would have been a bit deeper. And I think I have this problem with most of these commercial decks, is that they put a lot of attention to the product, to the quality of the paper and stuff like that, more than the actual content. And that gives me just a bit of yeah, commercial capitalistic feel, which to me doesn't really go with these subjects. Then a little extra. So I told you I graduated from my yoga teacher's training, and I got this little Buddha, this little happy Buddha, and this bracelet. And these are seeds. They're called Rudraksha. Yeah, Rudraksha. And they're seeds. I have to translate this from Dutch. They're seeds, red seeds from blueberries of the Elecarpus sanitus tree, and they're being associated with the god Shiva and his love for the world. And they gave us a sheet with information and this, yeah. And then to end this video, my boyfriend bought a whole bunch of incense, well, with me the other day. Look at this whole basket. I have so much now. I always have these. And he as well, and now that we're together, we just went wild. So I picked this one, Woods. We bought this at the black market at the bazaar in Beverwijk. That's the city where we live. Black musk. And this one is already one of my favorites. It's called La Bon. Apparently this is a new scent in this of this brand. And the funny thing is, so I already saw that it's raisins, and I love to burn raisins. And I actually have the actual raisins. It's also called benzoine. And these are just like frankincense and myrrh. They burn this. This really smells like a church. They burn this on charcoal in churches to purify. And this one as an incense stick is very nice, very good. Oh yeah, this one I got with the present package I got from my yoga teacher, Buddha. This one we picked up, the moon, very nice as well. The moon. This one I burned yesterday, Rosa Mystica. And it smells exactly how you would imagine. It's rose. Maybe, yeah, it's purely rose, I think. And I have amber. Oh, this one, oh yeah, we also bought this one, Palo Santo. I thought I already had this one. Musk. And my boyfriend wanted peach. He's a sweet tooth. He loves sweet things. And that was that for today. 34 minutes, not too bad. I really tried my best to do not make this video too long-winded. So these were all my metaphysical, spiritual goodies that I purchased and was given. Oh yeah, and I got a yoga suit from my boyfriend. If you want to see that, go to my Instagram at Olnuzola, because that's another gift. Yeah, of this first trimester. I also wrote catching up, that this is a catching up video. Well, I'm doing wonderful. I'm very happy, and I'm so grateful for all these things that are happening in my life, and I hope you're doing wonderful as well. And I want you to remind you to count your blessings. You know, think about every day, take a moment at least to sit and think about the things that you're grateful for, because even though I'm happy, there are still things, you know, sometimes obstacles and things that are difficult or hard. And also in this first trimester, you know, it wasn't only sunshine and happiness, but I want a happy life, and I take responsibility for that. And I am aware of the power of my mind and the way I can choose to focus on what makes me happy, without ignoring pains, you know, that need attention to grow and evolve. And I mean, these things sometimes we just need someone to say it, to remind us, right? And sometimes we have to be that person ourselves to remind ourselves. And yeah, I hope you're all doing wonderful, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and leave a comment if you like. I'd love to read them, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace and blessings.